closest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time today. Utah has been wielding bragging rights after blowing out the Cougars the last time they met.
Yeah, last year was Utah making the big plays offensively. Defensively, they put the clamps down, David. Can they put a complete game together again?
And BYU making the mistakes. They don't usually make mistakes now in a big rivalry game. Can they be more physical and go meet that Utah challenge?
Got the quick completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes a stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Looking for a man, it's Stokes. Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, BYU. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah Utes offense has its first opportunity of the day. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Utes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This BYU offense set up with another first down. The give to the tailback. Runs from the tackle. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not...
Breaks into the open, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. A 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
And the Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. He'll pull it on the read. Across the 45. There he goes. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Quickly out to the tight end.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. Mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the wind. I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
The corners are walked up tight. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. To the air, it's Wicks. Under fire. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. It's Bean.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Just going to keep it after the snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. Right on the money. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun. Give on the inside. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Toss to the outside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
draw play. Quarterback keeps him. He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Gets it to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Zings it complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He's in the end zone for the 2 as the lead now stands at 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Wicks. With the catch, it's Bean. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Gets it out fast. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. It's complete to the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And his throw is incomplete. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Wants to throw, it's Wicks. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. The lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 35. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The Utes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. Just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback adapting. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the... If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by...
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, BYU! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
This time on target. At the 40, there he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Creates a little room. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down.
Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Utes want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Easy. The give on the inside. Touchdown, Utah! And that one will give them the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon.
There he goes. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. BYU now into the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. BYU lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on second and goal. They'll move the tight end. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy one to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Makes the catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38, and it'll be first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is has the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He got it.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up 14 over Kentucky. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And he looks a little frazzled. And listen, I know he's been rushed and he's been hurried a little bit, but, man, big mistakes. 3 interceptions today. It's hard to win football games with your quarterback making mistakes. And right there, just careless, floating off the back foot. He's got to tighten up those details.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Tight end now in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like... by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes. Almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality.